fairly good gloves for very cold weather, but there is a problem. Let's see first the good part. These are reasonably compact gloves, not too big, very light, and they stay reasonably warm down to temperatures below -10 Celsius or 15 Fahrenheit. So even below those temperatures, it's okay. It's the fingers stay reasonably warm. Now there is a problem with this. They have this kind of membrane, call it dry pell, and it says on the back of this sticker that this membrane first it's supposed to keep the water away, which is good, but also is supposed to keep the moisture away, and that is exactly the problem, and it's not a small problem if it's your situation. So what's happening is, if you are doing maybe intensive sports, or like myself, I do intensive shoveling, I need to pull my car out of deep snow. At that moment you get warmed up, your body gets warmed up, and the fingers, the hand starts to sweat, and that humidity from the sweat gets inside the inner liner, so that gets moist, not wet but moist. And I can tell you, this thing happened to me 2 weeks ago. So the inside of the glove was slightly moist. 2 weeks later, today, it's still moist. That moisture never got away from it. Even if I just keep them like this, I actually try to warm it up with a hair blower. It didn't work. It just traps the moisture inside the inner material, in between the inner material and this membrane, and the moisture no longer can escape from there. And when there is some moisture in there, when you put your gloves in a cold day, your fingers freeze up right away. It's really, it really keeps your fingers cold. I mean really cold, just like you, almost like you don't wear gloves at all. It's really unpleasant. Now, the last thing I try to get that moisture out of it is just do this caution, with caution, carefully. Is I did, you will find this weird, but I just try to find a way to get them dry inside. And it's not like I didn't get snow inside or anything, it's just the sweat from your hands. So what I do is careful, I just warmed up my oven, just not hot, but warm, just warm. Make sure the grill is not hot. So the surface, just make sure it's nothing burns in there. So just warm oven, reasonably warm. Place them inside, make sure there is a space here so the air, humid air can escape. And I kept them for many hours inside the oven like this. I think it's like 6-7 hours or so. And only now they feel dry inside. You get the idea. It kind of, it's, I don't know how to say it. I like the gloves. It's just when they are dry, they keep your fingers warm. But when you get humidity inside or sweat from your hands, it's exactly the opposite. And so just be careful. So you can put them in your oven, make sure you don't burn them, and maybe just turn the oven a little bit, just remove them, heat again the oven, because you need to keep the oven warm. So if you keep your gloves maybe 10 the whole day inside the oven, you need to start the oven, turn the oven off a couple of times to keep the warmth inside, but just be careful so you don't burn it. Sorry, maybe Rossignol, it's what, who knows, maybe they are going to watch this video for some reasons and they just fix their material. I think this material just doesn't do what's advertised. It does keep the water away from the gloves, but it also traps inside humidity. It doesn't allow the humidity to evaporate, and that's not good for a winter glove.